Unit 8, Inventions and Discoveries, page 87. Exercise B, Photo Story. Read and listen to a conversation about how an invention might have helped someone.
This itching is driving me crazy.
Look at your arm. Are those mosquito bites?
Yeah, Ben and I got eaten alive last weekend. We went away for a second honeymoon at this cute little bed and breakfast in the mountains, but the mosquitoes were brutal.
Oh, that doesn't sound very romantic. Didn't they have screens in the windows?
Well, they did, but ours had a big hole, and we didn't realize it until the middle of the night. What a nightmare.
Too bad you didn't bring any insect repellent. There are tons of mosquitoes in the mountains this time of year. Hello?
We actually did have some, but it just didn't work that well. You know how Ben is. Everything has to be organic and natural and...
Well, with all due respect to Ben, you just have to bite the bullet once in a while and use the stuff that works. Whether you like it or not, the poison is effective.
I agree, but Ben won't hear of it. You know, next time we go away for a romantic weekend, I'm packing one of those mosquito nets to hang over the bed.
Page 88. Vocabulary. Describing manufactured products. Exercise A. Read and listen. Uses new technology.
High-tech. State-of-the-art. Cutting edge.
Offers high quality.
High-end. Top of the line. First rate.
Uses new ideas.
Innovative. Revolutionary. Novel.
Now listen again and repeat.
High-tech. State-of-the-art. Cutting edge.
High-end. Top of the line. First rate.
Innovative. Revolutionary. Novel.
Page 88. Vocabulary. Exercise B. Listen to activate vocabulary. Listen to the ads and choose the correct word or phrase. Ad 1.
Need the newest technology? The Strawberry Palm Top is a smartphone with 10,000 applications and room enough for 10,000 more. Get the latest technology for the lowest price. Now that's smart.
Ad 2.
For the most reliable workhorse in digital office phones, order the classic and traditional Blackstone. The Blackstone uses familiar, time-proven technology, no gimmicks or hard-to-understand buttons. No other office phone provides unfailing service and sound quality that's clear enough for a conference call with 50 people in the room.
Ad 3.
The microscanner enables you to scan images from a remote source. Clear as a bell color images transmitted from anywhere in your phone network can be instantly uploaded onto your PC. No more old-fashioned two-step processes. The microscanner is simple and inexpensive and makes all low-tech scanners obsolete.
Ad 4.
What's better than a camera phone? What about a phone camera? The Digicon B1X Beta permits you to talk to people on site in wide-angle and telephoto scenes, permitting you to direct them to get the best shot. Talk right into the lens. It's always ready. This all-in-one device uses ideas that most people haven't yet imagined, and it's available today for people who simply have to have all the latest applications.
Ad 5.
Available today from Technicon, the 17-inch LCD monitor, the latest in Technicon's award-winning monitors. This model has a beautiful, sleek design and enhanced virtual surround sound speakers. Impress your guests. They'll know just by seeing it that you've purchased the very best in the Technicon line.
Page 89. Conversation Model. Exercise A. Read and listen to a conversation about new technology.
I just got a new car.
No kidding. What kind?
The Alva 500. The 500 model is top of the line. I thought I'd treat myself.
Well, congratulations. If I had the money, I'd get a new car myself.
Page 89. Conversation Model. Exercise B. Rhythm and intonation. Listen again and repeat. Then practice the conversation model with a partner.
I just got a new car.
No kidding. What kind?
The Alva 500. The 500 model is top of the line. I thought I'd treat myself.
Well, congratulations. If I had the money, I'd get a new car myself.
Let's change the conversation model.
I just got a new refrigerator.
No kidding. What kind?
A Freeze King. It's huge and it's first rate. I thought I'd treat myself.
Well, congratulations. If I had the room for such a big fridge, I'd get one for my house.
Now let's change the conversation model again. Don't stop. Discuss another product and use other adjectives. Ask questions about it. Say as much as you can.
I just got a new underwater camera.
No kidding. What kind?
An SF Marine 2000. It's state of the art. I've wanted this camera for 2 years. I thought I'd treat myself.
Well, congratulations. If I did underwater photography, I'd want one of those too. I saw an ad for it in Photo Magazine. What a great camera. The SFs are all state of the art, but the 2000 is revolutionary.
I know. It sends images wirelessly from underwater. Is that incredible or what?
It is. I have an SF land model. It's pretty innovative too. It's so small it fits in my shirt pocket.
Does it have all the features of the full-size SFs?
It does. I love it. I hear they're coming out with an even smaller model. If I had the money, I'd treat myself to that too.
Page 90. Conversation Model. Exercise A. Read and listen to someone taking responsibility for a mistake.
Sorry I'm late. I thought the meeting was tomorrow.
What happened?
I'm ashamed to say I just forgot to put it on my calendar.
Don't worry. That can happen to anyone.
Well, if I had written it down, I wouldn't have forgotten.
No harm done. We were just getting started.
Page 90. Conversation Model. Exercise B. Rhythm and intonation. Listen again and repeat. Then practice the conversation model with a partner.
Sorry I'm late. I thought the meeting was tomorrow.
What happened?
I'm ashamed to say I just forgot to put it on my calendar.
Don't worry. That can happen to anyone.
Well, if I had written it down, I wouldn't have forgotten.
No harm done. We were just getting started.
Contractions with d in spoken English. The contraction d can represent the words would, had, or even did. First, let's talk about would. In conversation, we usually use the contraction d rather than the full form would after a pronoun. Listen. It'd. It'd be too late. Second, let's talk about had. We also usually use the contraction d rather than the full form had after a pronoun when had is used for the past perfect. Listen. We'd. I wish we'd known. Third, let's talk about did. In informal conversation, we often change did to d after a question word. Listen. Where'd? Where'd they go? Notice that we do not use the contraction d for did after a pronoun. After a pronoun, the contraction d can only mean would or had. Most of the time, contractions with d are pronounced as one syllable. Listen. We'd. I wish we'd known. Where'd? Where'd they go? However, when we combine d with a word that ends in the sound t, we pronounce the contraction d as an extra syllable, id. Listen. That'd. That'd be great. Listen to these examples of the contraction d for would. She'd be happy to see you. That'd be perfect. Listen to these examples of the contraction d for had. He'd already eaten. I thought she'd gone. Listen to these examples of the contraction d for did. How'd it happen? Why'd she say that? Now listen and repeat. Click on pause after each sentence. She'd be happy to see you. That'd be perfect. He'd already eaten. I thought she'd gone. How'd it happen? Why'd she say that?
Page 91. Pronunciation. Contractions with d in spoken English. Exercise A. Notice the pronunciation of the spoken contractions of had, would, and did. Read and listen. 1.
Where did you go? Where'd you go?
2.
Who did you see? Who'd you see?
3.
It would be okay. It'd be okay.
4.
If we had had a map, we wouldn't have gotten lost. If we'd had a map, we wouldn't have gotten lost.
Now listen again and repeat.
Where did you go? Where'd you go?
Who did you see? Who'd you see?
It would be okay. It'd be okay.
If we had had a map, we wouldn't have gotten lost. If we'd had a map, we wouldn't have gotten lost.
Page 91. Pronunciation. Exercise B. Listening comprehension. Write the sentences you hear. Write full, not contracted forms. 1.
Where'd they go?
Two.
Who'd they talk to?
3.
When do you buy that car?
4.
If I'd wanted that laptop, we would have gotten it.
5.
If we'd known we couldn't use that scanner, we wouldn't have tried.
6.
Why'd they try to fix the coffee maker?
'Let's change the conversation model.
Sorry I didn't return your call yesterday.
What happened?
I'm ashamed to say I just got so busy, I didn't notice the time.
Don't worry. That can happen to anyone.
Well, if I had made a note and stuck it to my computer screen, I would have remembered.
No harm done. We can talk now. I have time.
Now let's change the conversation model again. Don't stop. Continue the conversation. Say as much as you can.
Sorry I missed your birthday party.
What happened?
I'm ashamed to say I just didn't write it down. And then I accidentally deleted the email invitation. I'm sorry.
Don't worry. That can happen to anyone.
Well, if I had written it down, I would have been there.
No harm done. But it was a great party. Too bad you weren't there.
Tell me about it. Who was there?
My husband, of course, and some friends from the office, Len and Brad. Do you know Laura Bass?
Yes, I do. Was she there?
Yes, and she brought me a beautiful cake.
I'm so sorry I wasn't there.
No worries. I'll invite you again next year.
And I'll write it down.
Page 92. Before you listen. Exercise A. Vocabulary. More descriptive adjectives. Read and listen.
Low-tech. High-tech.
Wacky.
Unique.
Efficient. Inefficient.
Now listen again and repeat.
Low-tech. High-tech.
Wacky.
Unique.
Efficient. Inefficient.
Page 92. Listening Comprehension. Exercise A. Listen to draw conclusions. Listen and write the number of the conversation next to the invention each person should have had. Conversation 1.
I'm going crazy. I didn't sleep a wink last night.
How come?
It's my cats again. If they're out, they want to come in, and if they're in, they want to go out. Like T.S. Eliot said, they're on the wrong side of every door. Last night, they woke me up 3 times.
Conversation 2.
Oh no, look at the time. It's already 6 o'clock and your mother is coming at 7.
This place is a mess. Look at the dust on the floor. What do we do?
Relax. I'll clean up while you make dinner.
We'll never be ready in time. Maybe she won't notice the dust.
Conversation 3.
Georgette, what happened to your skirt? You look like you fell in the river.
I might as well have. I had to wait a long time for the bus, and every car that passed by splashed water on me.
Yeah, the puddles from the rain are enormous.
And filthy.
Conversation 4.
Thanks so much for the tomato plants. I love homegrown tomatoes.
You're welcome. Just be sure to plant them within a couple of days. They're getting a little too big for their pots.
I will. See you soon.
Bye now.
Oh my gosh, I don't have time to get the soil ready for so many plants. I have a lot of work to do in the house this weekend.
Page 92. Listening Comprehension. Exercise B. Listen to summarize. Listen again, and then write each problem in your own words. Conversation 1.
I'm going crazy. I didn't sleep a wink last night.
How come?
It's my cats again. If they're out, they want to come in, and if they're in, they want to go out. Like T.S. Eliot said, they're on the wrong side of every door. Last night, they woke me up 3 times.
Conversation 2.
Oh no, look at the time. It's already 6 o'clock and your mother is coming at 7.
This place is a mess. Look at the dust on the floor. What do we do?
Relax. I'll clean up while you make dinner.
We'll never be ready in time. Maybe she won't notice the dust.
Conversation 3.
Georgette, what happened to your skirt? You look like you fell in the river.
I might as well have. I had to wait a long time for the bus, and every car that passed by splashed water on me.
Yeah, the puddles from the rain are enormous.
And filthy.
Conversation 4.
Thanks so much for the tomato plants. I love homegrown tomatoes.
You're welcome. Just be sure to plant them within a couple of days. They're getting a little too big for their pots.
I will. See you soon.
Bye now.
Oh my gosh, I don't have time to get the soil ready for so many plants. I have a lot of work to do in the house this weekend.
Page 94. Reading. Read and listen.
Antibiotics. Today, vaccines can prevent some of the infectious diseases that in the past resulted in serious illness and death. Fortunately, for diseases caused by bacteria, tiny organisms that can only be seen by microscope, vaccines can make the difference between life and death. What are antibiotics? Antibiotics are substances that work in one of 2 ways. Some antibiotics, such as penicillin, kill disease-causing bacteria. Others, such as tetracycline, stop them from multiplying. History. In 1675, Dutch scientist Antony van Leeuwenhoek, using a microscope, discovered the existence of microorganisms. However, it wasn't known that they could cause disease until French scientist Louis Pasteur confirmed that, approximately 200 years later. Finally, in 1928, British scientist Alexander Fleming noticed that a mold, Penicillium, growing in one of his petri dishes, was capable of killing bacteria, and the development of antibiotics became possible. Fleming named the active agent in the mold penicillin, but was unable to create a drug from it. In 1940, during the Second World War, Two scientists working at Oxford University, Ernst Chain and Howard Florey, were able to make an antibacterial powder from penicillin that was safe to use on humans. Penicillin was mass-produced for use on soldiers in the war. If there had been no penicillin, many would have died from bacterial infections caused by their injuries and wounds. Soon, penicillin was used for serious diseases, such as pneumonia and tuberculosis, which had always caused many deaths. Fleming, Florey, and Chain received the Nobel Prize in 1945. Antibiotics changed medicine and continue today to enable people to survive conditions that would have killed them before the antibiotic age. Overuse of antibiotics. Since their discovery and widespread use, antibiotics have been considered a wonder drug. Many common diseases, however, are caused by viruses, not bacteria, and antibiotics are not effective against them. Nevertheless, too many people use antibiotics regularly, believing they will cure viral illnesses, such as common upper respiratory infections, colds, and sore throats. Why is this a problem? First, it is a waste of money to use antibiotics to treat viruses. Our body's immune system eventually combats most viruses, and we recover without treatment. But more importantly, bacteria exposed to an antibiotic can become resistant to it, making the antibiotic less effective or even useless. If antibiotics no longer work against infections and diseases, people will begin to die from them again. If scientists had recognized that bacteria could develop resistance, perhaps they would have warned doctors not to use antibiotics unless a patient has a bacterial infection. Hopefully, worldwide awareness of this threat to an important class of drugs will convince us to avoid using them for conditions that don't require them. Some diseases caused by bacteria: tuberculosis, plague, pertussis, streptococcal sore throat, strep throat. Some diseases caused by viruses: influenza, or the flu, polio, AIDS, the common cold, hepatitis.
Page 96. Exercise A. Listen to people talking about new products. Match the name of each product with the best adjective to describe it. Conversation 1.
I want one of those phones that does everything. Takes pictures, does email, pays bills. I'm tired of my old-fashioned phone. All you can do is call people and talk.
Well, have you seen the Ultra phone? It's got the latest technology. You just talk into it and it can create documents at your office.
How does it do that?
It can read your lips. You just speak into the lens of the camera so it can see your lips.
You're pulling my leg. That sounds impossible.
No, just step this way. I'll show you how it works.
Wow. The Ultra phone.
Conversation 2.
I need a faster way to get dinner ready. It takes too long to start after I get home from work.
Well, let me show you something better. Remote-controlled cookware. You combine the ingredients the night before and just plug it in. The cookware keeps everything cold until you press the button on this remote. Then the cookware heats up and cooks everything. When you get home, dinner is ready.
Dinner from a distance. Sounds like a lot less work in a lot less time.
Conversation 3.
We're worried about what our children are watching on TV. There are so many terrible programs. What can we do?
Well, have you heard about Kinder TV? It takes the worry out of TV for parents.
No, what's that?
Well, you buy this special TV, and then you register by email. Once a week, you receive an email describing daytime TV programs for that week. You just check off the programs you don't want, and Kinder TV simply removes them.
Unbelievable. I've never heard of anything like that.
It's absolutely the only one that exists.
Conversation 4.
This face cream is great. It makes me look 10 years younger.
You do look great. What's it called?
10 years off.
Who makes it?
Lake.
Well, Lake is the best brand, so I'm not surprised that 10 years off is great.
They make a lot of creams, but they told me 10 years off is absolutely the best one they make.
Glasses you're wearing.
These are ultra high tech, top of the line, state of the art, cutting edge TV glasses.
And you're actually watching TV right now?
Yeah, right here in the corner.
What are you watching?
The basketball game.
Unbelievable. And Cheryl doesn't mind this?
Yes! Sorry, my team's winning.
This new invention doesn't bother you.
Are you kidding? If I'd known how happy they would make him, I would have bought those glasses for Bob long ago.
Technology today is amazing. You know, I wish they'd invent something that would make people who talk on cell phones quieter. This guy in the cafe today was so loud I couldn't hear myself talking. It wasn't funny.
What? Oh, sorry. I was laughing at this guy on TV.
If I could invent something, it would be a thing for Bob's car that would automatically charge him when he goes over the speed limit. He drives so fast sometimes, but he'd slow down if he had to pay.
No!
Is your team losing?
No! I heard what you said. You just leave my car alone.
Hi, Paul.
Wait till you see what I've got.
What is it?
Well, I have this problem with my cell phone. Whenever I'm traveling with a group, I can never hear it ring or feel it vibrate. So I got this thing that lets me know whenever my phone is ringing.
How does it do that?
It buzzes me.
Buzzes?
You know, bzz, bzz. So I could feel it.
Does it work?
I don't know. No one's called me yet. Ow!
What?
Someone's calling me. Oh, ow! Hello? Hello? No one's there. Wow. That was a big buzz. That almost hurt.
Maybe it isn't working right.
No, it's working fine. Oh! Ow! Oh! Another phone call. Ooh. Hello? Hello? That's strange. Man, if I ever get used to that, I'll always know whenever my phone is ringing. Oh! Stop calling me!
Paul, if I were you, I would take that thing back to the store before you hurt yourself.
I'm going. I'll see you later.
I hope he can drive okay.
He'll be fine.
How do you know?
I'll stop calling him.